You've got a Beetlejuice t-shirt.
Yes.
I love it. I haven't watched that for a while. You can't say it 3 times, can you? Is that what happens? If you say Beetlejuice 3 times, he comes up. Is it? I've said it twice, I better stop saying that. Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Catherine.
Hi.
I'm sure that somebody already asked you this question, but do you prefer the first or the second breakfast?
Oh, good question. First or second breakfast? I think... Oh, I was going to say second breakfast, but I think actually first.
Okay.
Because you know when you're hungry, I love it. I love when I accidentally skip dinner and then in the morning you're really hungry. I love that. I'm taking this quite seriously, this question.
Okay.
But then sometimes second breakfast is good as well if it's a nice like scone. I like a scone or a waffle. Thank you.
Thank you.
But always have both your breakfasts. Very, very important. Hello.
Hello.
What, you a Hufflepuff?
No, I'm a Slytherin.
Oh, Slytherin, that's not good. That's the bad guys.
So you have this podcast with Dominic Monaghan, and I actually wanted to know if one of your idols could be on the show, alive or dead, who would it be and why?
If I could get anyone on our podcast, that's a good question. Well, I've got a few people that I really wanted on. We've got a podcast, me and Dom Monaghan. It's called The Friendship Onion. If you listen to podcasts, have a listen and subscribe and like and all that, because you're meant to do all that kind of stuff. If you don't want to listen to it, don't bother, just do something else. But if you want to, it's the greatest podcast in all of Middle Earth. We don't talk about Lord of the Rings much, but we talk about other things. But definitely go and listen to the Friendship Onion. But I got Brian Greene, who's a scientist who does like quantum theory and string theory and all that. I wanted him on and I got him on, so that was great. I got an astronaut on because I'd like to go to space. That's really what I wanted to be when I grew up. I didn't want to be an actor. I wanted to be a spaceman, but I didn't know how to go about that. And then I wanted to be a Jedi, and I didn't know how to go about doing that either. So I just became an actor. So anyone else? Like living or dead? Then I would have said Prince. I'd love Prince to come on and talk about his music. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
First off, big fan. We even named our family cat after Pippin, so...
Do you know there's a lot of cats called Pippin I've found over the years?
It's a great name.
Not so many dogs for some reason. Why is that? Has anybody else here got a cat called Pippin? What? You've got a cat called Legolas? Is that what you said? Your cat's called Legolas? Oh, quite good. I bet it's a very beautiful cat. Yeah, what? Oh, it's got green eyes. Can it see for far? Do you ever say to him, what do your elven eyes see? Do you ever say that, Legolas? Good. Anybody got a dog called Pippin? What? You've got a dog called Pippin? Have you really? A what? A Labrador called Pippin? That's my favourite thing I've ever heard. I love that. I love Labradors. I love Pippins. That's two of my favourite things. Well done, you, sir. You win. Wasn't even a competition. But I'm sure your cat's lovely.
He is.
But here's a secret. I don't really like cats that much. I like dogs. I don't care. I'll see it.
Alright, so my question is,
Yeah.
would you rather fight 5 duck-sized smaugs or 1 smaug-sized duck?
Good question. So 5 duck-sized smogs or a smaug-sized duck? 5 small ones.
And why?
Why? Because I'd kick the first 2, so there's only 3 left. One, I'd have a handful of gold and I'd throw that in the corner. One of them would be off of that because they love gold. Smaugs, dragons, and he would probably kill the other 2 to get to it. And once he get in the corner, I'd boot him and all. So I think that would be easier than a big giant duck. I wouldn't know how to deal with a big giant duck. I'd need a big giant loaf of bread. I don't know where to get that. So yeah, the 5 small ones. Thank you. Good question. I'm glad we cleared that up. What's this guy called? This has got to be the room where we know what that guy's called. No? He was in Star Wars, wasn't he? Nobody knows what he's called in this room. That is a disgrace. Can you see that? Thank you very much, sir. And well articulated. Salacious B. Crumb. So if any of the other guests come on this stage and ask you what his name is, it's Salacious B. Crumb. He's in the thing with Jabba the Hutt, isn't he? How did nobody know that? That's crazy. Oh God, not you again, is it? Hello.
You do look very familiar. I
What?
feel like I carried you on my shoulder to Eisenberg.
I was quite heavy then as well, wasn't I?
Yes.
And I had a lot of lembas bread.
It was, sadly I couldn't taste some of those tasty halfling legs.
Oh yeah.
But the horse lords kind of ruined the party.
Right?
In all seriousness, I think I can speak for a lot of us here that Tolkien's work and Peter Jackson's trilogy has affected us and changed our lives in very meaningful ways. For example, for me, reading the books, I found you could find joy and meaning in the small things in life. And I wanted to ask you, what aspect of the Lord of the Rings did you take into your life? What that really changed you as a person?
Yeah, there's quite a lot in Lord of the Rings. That's a good question. And I think you're absolutely right. What the hobbits teach us is, you know, the small things in life. Sitting in a garden, just looking at the sky can be as great as anything, you know. And I sort of remember it from when I finished filming, and we were doing a lot of interviews, you know, magazines and TV all over the world, and people would ask me, what are you doing now? And I'd maybe say, well, I've just finished vacuuming. And, you know, people are like, oh, you're not at a party, and you're like, no, because life just carries on, you know. No matter what you're doing, life sort of carries on. And it's important to remember those small things. A garden, making a nice meal, making sure your friends are okay. Those things is what life is about. And I think Tolkien knew that, and he put that into. So even in these huge stories, it's about those small things, which is the most important, I think. Thank you.
And I have a second question.
Oh,
Yes. Would you like to learn some black speech?
I would, yes.
Could you repeat after me? Fit genau shakboerskoer.
And that was too difficult for me.
Fit genau
Vitgenau,
shakboers
Jacques
oer.
Oer.
Thank you. You just pledged fealty to Sauron.
Okay. well by the questions. Hello.
Hello, hi, nice to meet you. I have a question from those lovely girls over there who were too shy to ask you a question.
Hello.
Hi. We all love your singing voice, and I was wondering if you would mind to sing a little piece of The Last Goodbye for us.
I'd love to, but I don't have a guitar or anything, and I kind of play that with guitar. But I'm sorry, but I would love to do that. I'll do that next time I come. We'll get a guitar organised and we'll do a full concert. I don't mind. But thank you very much for the quiz. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Boyd. Piggybacking on that, I actually wanted to say that I loved your rendition of The Last Goodbye. First time I heard it in the cinema, the last movie of The Hobbits. I cried, really. Beautiful. It was like the ending of an era and just emotions welled up. It was unimaginable.
Thank you.
My question to you is twofold. What is your favorite line as Pippin from the movies, and what is your favorite line from the movies in general?
Ah, nice. I like, there's a lot, I know it's kind of cliched now, but I do love that Pippin, in the midst of everything, wants to know about his second breakfast. I think that is, you know, as this epic adventure starts, he can always thinking about is where his next meal is, and I think that's lovely. And he echoes that, of course, in the council of Elrond when he swears fealty to the Fellowship, but then doesn't know where they're going or anything, you know, where are we going? I like that, that's probably one of my favourites as well. And out of the lines, everything. I love the scene when Gandalf explains to Pippin what happens after you die. You know, when Pippin thinks he's going to die, when the troll is waiting to get into Minas Tirith. Because that scene wasn't in the script. And it was a young filmmaker who Pete and Fran knew, the filmmakers knew, passed away, sadly, and they wrote that scene about death, and I think there's something very special in that little moment, and Ian McKellen is just so wonderful.
I just got goosebumps just thinking about the scene again.
Oh, it's so lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Did you have your castle beer and La Chouffe yesterday evening?
I had a La Chouffe.
Yeah, you did. Go ahead.
I'd half a La Chouffe, because somebody saw me pouring it and they asked for half of it. So I had half a La Chouffe and I had a couple of waffles.
Also. Okay.
But then I was too tired to go out. I was exhausted, so I didn't have any more La Chouffes, or I would have had a La Chouffe and a castle.
Yeah, that's okay.
But maybe tonight.
Okay. Well, everybody's talking about the distance from the Shire to Mordor. It's roughly 1,780 miles or something. But what would it be in Hobbit feet?
Hold on. That's math. I'll need to really get my mind around this.
That's why I asked about the beer.
That's very good. So how far is it, people say, from the Shire to Mordor?
They say 1,780 about?
380 miles? 1,700.
80 normal miles.
1,780.
Yeah.
Is that in a straight line or the way we went?
The way you went.
The way we went?
What they say.
1,780. A hobbit's about 3'6". So say that's almost
Hobbit
double.
feet or our feet?
Hobbit feet are bigger, but a hobbit is small. So in hobbit feet, it's 3,842. And that is fact. Thank you. Salacious B. Crumb.
Alright. So, during the filming of Lord of the Rings, there were a lot of scenes that were filmed outside. So, did you have any funny campsite stories during the filming of those?
Outside stories.
Around the campsite?
Oh, around campsites. We didn't really camp. We always went back to hotels and things, but Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I would suppose there were some stories during those scenes.
Of the outside scenes?
Yes.
There's one I remember. You remember outside the gates of Moria? You know, when Gandalf can't remember how to open the door. We filmed that in a car park in Wellington, and they filled it with water to be the lake, and it was freezing, absolutely freezing, and the hobbit feet were like sponges. So when you stood in water, the water came through, but it couldn't get back out again. And I remember my feet were so cold that day, and I couldn't heat them up, and I don't know why, but I was so uncomfortable that day that I reckon I was 2 takes away from saying, I can't do it anymore, I need to take these feet off. It was so cold, and they had heaters and all that, but it never got through the pretend feet to the real feet. And luckily, I was ready to quit. Not everything, just that night. And we did a take, and Pete said, great, got it, that's us done for the night. See, getting those feet off and getting that water out and getting my feet into hot water, oh, it was the best feeling ever. So that's the one that jumps to mind because I was so uncomfortable. Yeah.
Right, thank you very much.
Is your character from Star Wars?
Yes, I'm a Mandalorian.
How did you not know who that was?
I'm sorry.
It's alright. You need to do some more studying. Thank the Lord for you, whoever it was. Yeah, thank you. Salacious B. Grunt. Both of them. Just that one. Who's that? Okay. The brother. Thank you very much, sir. Star Wars scholar here in front. Hello.
Hello.
I love your costume. You look amazing.
We're here about the meal questions again.
You what?
We're here about the meal questions again.
Okay, meal questions. Oh, hold on. Someone's helping a pirate.
What did you eat today? And what? Or did you skip second breakfast?
Good question. I tell you what, I had a fantastic breakfast this morning. You know when you just don't want breakfast to end? That's the kind of breakfast I had today. I had 3 coffees, I had 2 apple juices, scrambled eggs, crispy bacon, cheese, ham, toast, and a chocolate.
Is there room for more?
No, there was no room for more. But when it came to second breakfast, I had an apple. Just always remember that as you grow older, life is about balance.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good question. I'm going to try and go a bit faster so I can get more questions in.
Okay, then I'll ask my question quickly.
Okay.
Yesterday, at the end, we gave you food to eat. Do you still remember the name of the cookie we gave you?
Oh, hold on, don't tell me. Something apple.
Apple, yes.
That's so, but it wasn't said like apple. It was like apple. Koffenapfel.
Almost.
Koffenapfel.
Almost.
Apple. I went into dark speech there. I swore allegiance to someone again. What is it?
Apple flop.
Apple flap.
Apple flop.
Oh, thank you. And that's the name of your band.
Yes.
See if you ever form a band, do you promise you'll call it that?
I'll do that then.
Do you play anything?
I play the guitar.
Do you really?
Yes.
Are you in a band?
No.
Can you form one?
I shall try, Pippin. I shall try.
Please do it. For me. Get a band together. Call yourself Apple Flop. Call yourself Apple Flop. And your first song has to be called Belgium.
Alright.
Right?
Yes.
I love it. And here's what the song's about. One night you were eating an apple slug on what's the river here? Is that a river or a canal? The what? The Leia, like Princess Leia. So you said you were laying down on the banks of the Leia with Crenatian Spee Slump, or whatever his name. What's his name again? With Salacious B. Crump, eating an apple slump, and talk about how you fell in, and you thought you were going to drown, but then a mermaid saves you, and feeds you a Belgian beer and a waffle that keeps you alive.
A which beer?
And any beer, just a good Belgian beer. And you fall in love with the mermaid, but you can never be together because she's half fish.
Oh.
But you get married anyway, and your love turns you into a half fish.
Oh.
And then you swim away together.
Oh.
And you live in Hawaii.
In Hawaii?
That's the song you've got to write.
Yes.
Do it.
I'll do it.
I want 10% if it's a big hit. I would go and see that band. Apple Flip.
Would you rather have chocolate, whipped cream, or ice cream on your waffles?
Chocolates with cream, or ice cream, or waffles. Here's what I would like. Can the chocolate be hot? Can it be warmed up?
Yes.
Because I love something warm with something cold. So can I get a hot chocolate with cold ice cream over a crispy waffle?
Yes.
I would love that. What's the Flemish word for crispy sweet? Crispy sweet.
Knapperig.
Napprun sweet. I am so good at this. Napprun sweet. Napprun. Ain't nappakluk. It's close enough. Napkluk. Nappakluk. Shoots. I've got shoots. Knucklecook sweet shoots. Knuckle. What is it? I'm not giving up. I'm gonna get this. Come here. Knapperig. That's what it's going to be called. Knapperig. And then what's the sweet? Shoots. Knapperig shoots. Thank you. It's good, isn't it? It's good. Speaking Flemish, you feel like you're what do you call the guys in Star Trek? What are they called? Klingons. I kind of feel like Klingon when I speak Dutch. I went out of breath there. I get so excited, almost fainted. All I was trying to say was crispy, and I almost passed out. Imagine what I'd be like in a Dutch classroom. You need to have an ambulance ready. Hello.
Hi. My question does not need a guitar, but could you sing Edge of Night?
How very dare you? Yes.
Thank you.
I'm having such a good time. I think I will. Right. Get in your seat. Sit down. Right. You've got to get serious with this, haven't you? But I'm having such a good time, I don't want to. Imagine, if you will. I'm trying to be serious and I can't hold on. Menace Terrace, Mad King, eaten very badly. Anyway. Home is behind the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread, through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are around. Mist and shadow, cloud and shade, all shall fade, all shall fade. Next time I'll bring a guitar. Oh, I'm glad I remembered the words. That would have been awful. Could you imagine? Hello.
Hello. I have a lot of social anxiety, so this is like really scary for me. But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, so.
Good,
you're right.
Good on you.
Thank you. I'm loving the podcast with Dom. And my question was, you do a fragment called Eat the World.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Belgium/Ghent food you've had?
Good question. Yeah, we in our podcast, which I think I have mentioned is the greatest podcast in all the world. And if you're not listening to it, what are you doing with your life? Get it in your ears. But there is a thing in it called Billy and Dom Eat the World, where we eat something. If we've got a guest on, we try and bring something from their childhood or whatever, and we try a lot of like really fun and some awful foods. But in Belgium, my favourite thing, someone very kindly left me some like cookies, different Belgian cookies in my room. And I've noticed I have almost eaten all the waffles. Because normally when I've had a waffle, it's those ones, are they called stroopwafel?
Stroopwafel.
Where you put it on the coffee and that thing, and they're okay. I'm not saying anything, they're good. But these little crispy ones, oh my God, you can't stop eating those. They're so tasty. And moreish, you just want more and more of them. Where are they from? Not the ones that have got the thing inside, but it's just like a waffle, but it's thin, it's like a cookie. Is that from Brussels? It's from your lovers? Oh, they're absolutely delicious. Looking very, that's probably my favourite thing.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Would you sign my sketchbook? I don't know if it's allowed.
I don't think they allow that just now, but yeah, I was told, he said, don't sign anything and don't hug anyone.
Okay.
That was the only rules I got. Yes. But yeah, come to the desk and we'll see you there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your questions, well done.
Thank you
that
so
was brilliant.
much.
And remember, if you've ever got social anxiety, people, you know, this is just we're all just one thing in the quantum world. But people don't actually exist. This is just one big thing. So never feel scared, because everybody else is just part of you. Take that.
favorite place in Middle-earth?
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, I should say the Shire, because it's beautiful and everybody wants to go to the Shire. But Lothlorien was amazing. I loved Lothlorien. All those tall elves all strolling around like they're beautiful, which they all were. None more beautiful than Legolas. And I love Lothlorien, and I loved Minas Tirith.
That's really great. Mine is Rivendell.
Rivendell was beautiful as well. But I don't know, there was something about Lothlorien that I really liked. But anyway, there's many beautiful places.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. So there's a lot of achievements in your life. I was wondering which one moved you the most?
Definitely having my son, having a child is like, that's the weirdest thing you'll ever do. Is anyone even more weird than getting a dog and calling it Pippin? Is there's a person, and that person is a part of, you know, you love someone, and then you make another person. It's if you actually think about it, it's the weirdest thing in the world. And how you go about doing it is pretty weird as well. And then how it grows inside the person that you met. That's weird, isn't it? And then that other person pops out of the person that you loved. And then they get really big. And then they go off to school, college, and then they get a job, and they drive buses and all that. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's exciting. And that's probably the greatest thing, I think. Yeah.
Thank you.
I would say, have a baby if you haven't, it's amazing, or get a dog, either way. I can't, honestly, see my dog, I love my dog so much. Have you ever loved something so much you can't pass it? If I walk past my dog, I have to lie on him. I just love him, I have to smell him, I love the smell of his armpits. I'll lift his arm up and I'll sniff it. That is a good dog. Anyway, that was too much, I shouldn't have told you that. Hello.
Hello.
Got any dragons?
Right there.
Oh, there he is.
Here he is.
Guess what that dog's name is? You'll never guess in 100 years. And it's not Corinthian B. Papswire.
No, it's not.
What is it? Thank you. What is your dog's name?
Valerian the Black Dread.
What do you call him for short?
Baloo.
Baloo. I like it.
Like, kind of like...
It's the bear necessity.
Because he's like a little bear, like Bjorn.
So he is. I would never be able to pass that dog. I've been cuddling him all day.
He's huge.
He's so beautiful.
It's so nice, you know, to hug a dog like that.
How does his breath smell?
Well, after treats, not that good.
Yeah.
Like orcas, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably. Or an orcs. I love him anyway.
Dom Monaghan was in my house and he said that my dog's breath smelled awful. Right? And I smelled my dog and I thought it was lovely. Anyway.
We dog parents, we kind of... You know.
We love our dogs, right?
Exactly. Well, questions to our heroes should go at least by 2, like breakfasts. But we have to be quick.
Yes.
So I need to ask this. If you had a ring of power, which power would you like it to hold?
If I had a ring of power?
Yeah, which power would you like to have?
Oh, I'd love to be able to fly. A ring that makes you fly. But then I'd be scared if it fell off and I was really high up. You know what I mean? I would put the ring on and then I'd put on 2 gloves and then I'd be off.
Very convenient, yes.
But see, if you had the power of flight, how long before you would trust it? Like, you know, the first day that you knew you could fly, would you go way up? I wouldn't go way up. I'd go like 6 feet. And then maybe the next day I would go 10.
Yeah, very cautious.
You know, they never show you that in the superhero movies. Sorry. And what, was there another one? Or not?
No, but...
I would good. Well, I would have the power of flight. What would you have?
Yeah, I love dragons, so flying would probably be one I would choose.
And breathing fire?
Obviously. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. I've been recently getting more into Chucky, and I also learned you voice Glenn/Glenda.
Yeah.
Is there a chance you're voicing them again?
I don't think I'm allowed to say if I did know, but I don't know if I would. Have you watched the TV show?
Not yet, but
it's very, very good.
I really want to watch it, but it's kind of hard to watch it here in Belgium.
Oh, yeah. I'll speak to the writer and see if he can help, but yeah, it's a great TV show. Glenn and Glenda, thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi. You keep getting questions about Lords of the Rings, but I have something completely different for you.
Yes?
And it's maybe, it's about your next project that I'm very excited about, Washington Black.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to give you the opportunity to tell something about that, because I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, this is a project I just finished called Washington Black, which was a novel. I don't know if anyone's read it. If you haven't, you should. It's brilliant. It's a great novel. Sort of about North America during the slave times, and there's an escaped slave. But it's also got some steampunk in it. A young boy escapes from his slave camp with a white man. But he's an inventor, and he invents a steampunk flying machine. It's brilliant, but I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. But Disney,
everything, but I don't get to choose.
But Disney have made it as I think it's a 9-part TV show. It'll be on next year, and you'll see me in that. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Are you a doctor in case I try to speak Dutch again? And I pass out?
Sure. My question was going to be, during our podcast you said that you play League of Legends. Do you watch Worlds right now, which is the tournament going on?
Go a little closer.
Do you watch the World Cup tournament in League of Legends right now?
Does anyone play League of Legends? It's a video game, and me and Dom play it. And Dom's alright at it, I am rubbish. See if any of you guys play it and you're quite good at it, and you're playing someone who's not very good, don't say rude things to them. People, see when I play League of Legends, people say things like, never play this game again. Somebody wrote once, please sell your computer. I mean, I'm just trying to have a nice time. But I love it. I love playing League of Legends, and the World Championships are on just now. And thousands of people go and watch, don't they? Watch people playing a game on a computer. I think me and Dom are going to go to the finals. I don't think we're going to play in the finals, don't get us wrong. But I'll go and have a go. My Heimendinger is absolutely wonderful. And by the way, Heimendinger is not a Dutch word. That is a character in League of Legends.
I personally want to apologize for the community then, and thank you for answering.
I don't mind, I think it's funny. When people write something bad to me, I just write a real long one back, telling them all about my day. See, I'd like to apologise for my play, but I've been having a really bad day, and I just thought I would play this game to try and escape for a second or two. But I'm sorry that my fingers aren't fast enough, and I just write big things like that. Thank you. But it's a good game. If you haven't played it, play it. It's really fun. Me and Dom get on there and we play for hours, just talking to each other and playing League of Legends. It's really good fun. Hello.
Hi. First of all, I have 3 cats. None of them are named for you because they would be too much.
No, don't call them pets.
No,
what are your cats called?
Sensi, Snow and Spirit.
Lovely, it's all S's.
So the question was actually the scene with Treebeard. How did you feel acting with Treebeard?
It was really lovely. I love the character of Treebeard. It's one of my favourite characters in Tolkien. I think it's that idea of something so old that, you know, time passes kind of so, like thousands of years is nothing to Treebeard. So the idea of Sauron being in charge, taking over, doesn't really bother him. Because he's like, well, Sauron will come and then someone else will come. And there was something, I mean, Tolkien didn't write that by accident, that these two hobbits that are in a war and awful things are happening, and then they find the very heart of nature and they get to sit in Treebeard and just listen to him for a while. I absolutely loved the Treebeard stuff, except it was all it was a room about this size and it was all green. And me and Dom, it was the biggest prop ever made for a film at that time. And we sat at the top of Treebeard, and people moved it. And the people who moved it were all dressed in green as well, so we didn't know who they were. And then, if we were supposed to be walking through Fangorn Forest on Treebeard, it just stood in one place, but it moved as if it was walking. And then other guys in green would run past with branches like that, to make it look as if we were going forward, you know? And it was weird, it was such a weird time. And me and Dom, it took so long to get off that we wouldn't come down for tea breaks or anything, we'd just stay up there. And everybody would leave, and it'd just be me and Dom and Treebeard in this giant room, having a cup of tea. It was just the weirdest time, but it was wonderful.
So, and in the end, who was taller, you or Dom?
Me. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good question. Hello.
We have a question for you.
You looked as if you were about to sing, you two. I was waiting for a beautiful harmony to come out there.
Will you recognize this song?
Oh.
Viens donc, mais donc pas peur, car il faut bien que je soigne mon cœur, que le vent souffle, que la pluie tombe, il nous faut partir, plus vite que les trompes, comme j'aime entendre le son de la pluie, et comme j'aime regarder la coquille s'enfuir, j'aime mieux encore que ce soit vraiment, c'est une bonne guerre qui me rentre dedans.
I've never heard it in French before. That's brilliant. See when you watch Lord of the Rings in French, in France, is it dubbed or is it subtext? Is it French talking? So actors,
yes.
French actors.
French talking. Also the song.
And the song is, that's brilliant. That's great, I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, merci. Thank you.
Before we close this Q&A, there was actually a little competition to win a meet and greet with you on stage.
Okay.
So I'm going to announce the winners.
Oh.
So would Jody and Mike please stand up? Jody and Mike. Oh, I see them. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Geraldine.
Jody, go on stage, please.
Come on, there's stairs over there. Here they are. Here they come, everyone. They've won an award, or a quiz or something. Big hand, please. Yay! Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. And it's nice to see that you're matching in green. You look absolutely wonderful. Now, you're having a nice time today. Is your microphone on?
I think so.
Oh, can you hear? So, very nice. What was your names?
Jody.
Jolie,
and Mike.
And Mike. Well, it's very nice to meet you guys. Is there anything that you would like to ask?
I would like to ask you something. We've been together for almost 4 years and a half, and I'm really ready to go on the next adventure with you. Will you forever have second breakfast with me?